Yeah, a lot going on out there, a lot of challenging emotions, a lot of uncertainty. No? I think we're entering that period, many of us are, where, oh, it's just not all going to be snap back, in May. This is maybe something that's with us for a while. A lot of challenging emotions come with that. And for some of us, more the challenging emotions can want to crowd in and take more center stage, more move in. The afflictive emotions, the challenging emotions, anxiety, fear, you know, dread, that kind of speculation. The speculation that can come with a deeper kind of uncertainty, a more widespread kind of uncertainty. And for us, the importance therefore of appreciating the things that are good, appreciating some of the moments that are good, that are positive, they're even joyful, they're sweet. I'm reminded of a Zen story. I hadn't recalled this for a long time. It popped up this morning. There was a monk in the forest, and it comes from the Thai forest tradition. He's walking through the forest on the way back from alms run back to his hut. Sometimes they'd had huts very far apart from one another out in nature, and he heard some rustling in the jungle behind him. It turns out it was a tiger. And the tiger seemed to be showing some interest. Maybe it was the waft of the smell of the food coming out of his bowl because he'd just collected food from alms round. Who knows? But it seemed like the tiger was showing some interest and was beginning to follow him and even pick up a little speed. And he just found himself walking a little more quickly. And unfortunately, the tiger started to walk a little bit more quickly as well. And then the monk began to break into a little jog there with his bowl, and the tiger broke into a jog. And just very shortly thereafter, the monk came to the edge of a cliff, and this was not good news. The tiger's gaining ground, and there's a cliff there, and the monk noticed that there's a vine overhanging the cliff, a fairly thick vine. So his only out at this moment was to jump over the edge and go down a little bit, hold on to the vine. And sure enough, the tiger came right over to the edge of the cliff. But he was far enough down, and the tiger couldn't get him. When he looked down, and it was a pretty significant drop. About 15 feet. He knew he could make it. He'd seen this cliff before. He knew the space, but unfortunately, there was a tiger at the bottom of that cliff as well at that time, who was looking right up at him. And so here he was, tiger above, tiger below, danger all around. And just at that moment, he noticed that there was. It turned out that vine was actually a strawberry vine, and there was a really lush strawberry right in front of him as he was holding on to this vine. How sweet it tasted. Something there obviously about the present moment and not losing touch with the sweetness that is right before us, even if there is a lot of darker energies, more difficult pain, stress in the surround, both in the surround and within our own, and in the world, but also within our own psyches. The reminder to not forget. The reminder, it's one of those things that we need to remember at a time like this, so that it doesn't only become dark in there, so that we don't take up residence in the catastrophic thinking, in the dread, in the anxiety, etc. And so the small moments can become quite important and restorative. Well, and not staying in those spaces, which can be more challenging, or the more wholesome spaces can be challenging. But the appreciation of just a moment here, a moment there, you know, the cat, the dog, the sound of the rain on the roof, or things that will show up every day for us in small ways, but they may be pushed aside given everything that's going on. And so there needs to be the special invitation to notice, simply to notice the sweetness, the wholesome, the uplifting all around us. Yeah, so that we don't get pulled down and don't get pulled under. So that we don't get pulled under by the undertow of what's going on culturally and in the world, which we understand is happening, but how not to get pulled under also. Yeah. So let's bring that into our meditation this morning.